welcome back. Like, comment, and subscribe. At this point, my podcast is becoming we are becoming the kings of controversy. We are becoming the destroyers of all narratives in the gaming industry. A lot of people are predisposed to a certain disposition to certain narratives, um, and they don't have a bit of creative thinking, um, critical analysis, or any of that. It's just predisposed to a certain narrative. And I want you to know, and I want to point out that I make this video as a person who only currently plays on the PC. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have access to the console games. Okay, understand that. Um, so I also want to say that I don't have a problem with people's choices to only play on PC. But some people think they're hiding from um, the narratives, or not, I don't want to say narratives, they're hiding from the type of judgment that they would typically get being a console player by claiming to be a PC gamer. I'm talking about it as a person who only plays on PC. So let's get to it. So, as we've noticed, when Sony missteps, the industry celebrates. Nintendo fans came out of the woodwork. Xbox fans, they kept their same energy, of course. And PC, what do I call them? PC players, people who play PC, who are basically Xbox fans, are also making videos to gaslight people, to gain attention, to gain leverage, I guess you want to say. And there's a reason I say PC gamers are basically Xbox fans, and that's because PC is not really a platform, so to speak, not a gaming platform, right? It's an open platform, and it's not really for gaming. It's an open platform which you can use its capabilities to pretty much do whatever you want with it. Calling yourself a PC gamer is like calling yourself a phone gamer, right? Like, you play games on the phone, but you don't use your phone. Your phone is to make calls. You know what I mean? That's what the main operation of the phone is. Um, Now, the phone has that capability, but really, there's like a million apps on the phone. You can do anything on the phone. It's not created solely for gaming or mainly for gaming, right? There's computers that are not really doesn't really use games at all. Like, there's certain businesses and corporations. So here's an example of what I mean when I say it's not a gaming platform. There's no first party for PC, right? There's no PC president, CEO president. Like, let me ask you what I'm saying. There's no Phil Spencer for PC. There's no Jim Ryan for PC. There's no Satoru Iwata. Um, and it really has no form factor. Like, when you drop the PS5, it's the PS5. When you drop the Xbox Series X, it's the Xbox Series X. On PC, since it's an open platform and not a gaming platform, you can put whatever you want in there. You know what I'm saying? Um, some games that come out, you don't even know if you can really even play it. You got to see the specs. So a game could come out and a very small portion of the game fan base can't even play it, right? Um, Not everybody has optimum specs. The percentage of people who have like a 4080 is like, what was it, like 10% or less, something like that. And there's really no developers for PC. Now, there are developers who mainly develop for PC or even only develop on PC, but they're not, what's the word I'm looking for, beholden to develop on PC. They can leave PC if they ever wanted to. whenever they wanted to, and they really don't have to answer to anybody besides maybe the fans they have. But if they ever felt like the fans somewhere else were better for their business or whatever reason, they can leave PC or make a game multi-plat or whatever they feel like it. So this conversation is inspired by the response I saw to Ratchet and Clank going to PC like recently, and it's it's like this with every release. Every time a PlayStation game goes to PC, it's like a new event, um, and it's like another celebration. Like this hasn't been going on for years now. Like, and they're mocking PlayStation fans because they're losing multiplats and all that stuff, and they're embellishing on the responses that's really coming from PlayStation fans. Like everybody that owns a PlayStation is crying when a large majority of the fan base has already got used to the idea and they expect it. I've seen conversations about Ratchet and Clank going to PC from PlayStation fans about before it happened, like recommending it should go to the PC, along with games like Dreams and other stuff like that, saying it should go to the PC. So I don't see what the reason for the celebration is, because they should be happy that it's a new game on their system instead of happy to see other people lose, right? A exclusive game or whatever, right? So they do it just for attention and for a small victory over a fan base that they hate, and really the whole industry basically hates. So you hear me say there's no PC gamer, so to speak. So who are the people playing on PC, and why do they play on PC? Well, there are some that they were just introduced to a certain game or saw a certain game and put together a PC, built, bought, and they just kept playing there. And certain games come out that match that formula or the type of games they like, and they just keep gaming on PC. Um, and I've seen tons of, and um, some. I'm gonna get to that later, matter of fact. But to really bring this home, like I've seen tons of podcasts. We've seen tons of podcasts, right? A lot of gamers talking about their favorite games. In these podcasts, right, the popular ones, how many times have they brought up Dota 2, StarCraft, World of Warcraft, right? Not typically, right? They talk about a lot of multiplayer games, right? They talk about games that can go wherever they want, Nintendo, Xbox, um, PlayStation, wherever they want. Um, and the people who do play like exclusively, they're so they're such, I don't want to say they're small, but they're so much like not a part of the community. It's almost like not worth mentioning. You know, um, it's like talking about an NBA 2K player, right? They're not a part of the general gaming community. You go to their podcast or their channel, and they're talking about 2K. Maybe they'll talk about Madden, and you type in the comments like, "Yo, what you think of the new Zelda Tears of the Kingdom?" And I'm like, I don't know what is that. You know what I mean? Because they're not really a part of the gaming community like that. They're pretty much a part of the NBA 2K community. Um, so if people who play on PC are not PC gamers because PC doesn't really have a gaming platform, look up a large majority of the PC game, a large majority of like the PC podcast channels. A large majority of them aren't really fans of the PC company, whatever you want to call it, because there's no PC company. They're tech enthusiasts. They like the high specs, and they like to know that they have higher specs than everybody else. A lot of them do, and they like the idea of or they like to play with a certain amount of frames, certain amount of resolution, and a lot of them like to brag about that certain amount of frames and resolution. You know, um, they don't really have a lot of exclusives they're talking about, right? Like if you look at an award show, Game Awards, other award shows, how many award shows does a PC exclusive win Game of the Year? I can't really think of any. I think um, what was it? The Witcher 2 or something like that one year. Um, Not many, if any, right? So it's not like the great devs are making these games exclusive. Putting a game on a PC is kind of like putting a game on a phone. You just want a broader fan base that already has the type of technology that can play those games. That's why you hear about Sony signing a deal. Like a lot of companies want to do that, right? So, like you hear things like Sony wants to sign a deal with Netflix to put games on Netflix. Then what is it next? Are people going to be like, "Yo, I'm a Netflix gamer. We got all your games." Ha ha ha. You know what I mean? Like it's a platform that has the access to play gaming. So um, it's not part of the competition, right? It's an aid. PC is an aid to the real competitors, which are PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. Those are the real ones in the console war or the platform war, and PC is an aid. So this has been another video from your narrative killer, right? This is the disposition killer. You know what I mean? The destroyer of all narratives. This has been another video. I want to say thank you for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe. Respond to my videos. If there's any narratives that you want me to address, put in the comments. Let's talk about it, especially if they're false. Because I will agree with the narrative if it has some real merit. But put in the comments. Let's talk about it, and let's stop the nonsense. All right, let's just game. All right.